Hey, it's Sizzling Popcorn. In this video, we're going to take a look at LVFR's brand new Airbus A321neo for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is found on the marketplace. It was released last week, and it's only on the marketplace. We'll get into that in just a moment. But just want to thank LVFR for sending me this to take a look at it and to provide my my honest feedback on this. So what we're going to start off with before we go outside to take a look at the exterior modeling and then even the cabin. This cockpit is from the A320, the default A320neo. I understand that might raise some red flags. Some people think, hey, oh yeah, they just copied another plane and then they just put some liveries and then they're selling it. That's not the case. So this package includes over 47 liveries for more than 40 airlines, the vast majority of which representing real-world operations of the A321neo and a few other fictional representations, all which have dedicated interior matching the airline with logos and screens. Detailed aircraft interior matching each airline with night lighting, animated passengers, animated cabin crew in all aircraft, increasing the immersion while you fly. Systems and the flight deck are based on the default ASOBO A320neo. Custom sounds for both the Pratt & Whitney engine variant and the LEAP engine variant. Custom flight models for the 4 different variants and engine types. Wing flex. Flight dynamics and performance characteristics based on the A321neo. Customized ground service equipment such as air conditioners, stairs, available whenever ground power is selected and active in ground services. So they've put a lot of work into this. LVFR have, to my understanding, have never made an aircraft, and it was quite surprising last week when they made the announcement and this went to the marketplace. This is to fill a void in the marketplace, because for Xbox users, they really have no airliners other than the default. The default's A320, and then if you're on the premium deluxe, you'll then have the Boeing 787. So this the Boeing 787 and the 747. Other than that, you've got nothing. I don't think a CRJ is actually on Xbox. The fly-by-wire cannot go to Xbox due to its licensing requirements, because it is open source, and it's the type of open source license that they have, because originally they had this license, they changed it so that they can go into the marketplace, and then I think it was last year they ended up reverting back to their original license, and so they had to get out of the marketplace. So there's none of that. PMDG, they are working on getting the 737 to go into the marketplace and also get it onto Xbox, but that's still in the works at this moment. So there's nothing there either. And then the Phoenix A320, well, that is not on Xbox or in the marketplace. So really, for Xbox users, they only have 3 planes, and that's it. What this does is it gives them 4 other options. So in Canadian dollars, it's $30 Canadian in the marketplace. US, it's $25. What they've done here is the cockpit is from the default A320, so all the systems in that. But then all the cabin, the sounds, and the exterior, that is all redone. It's all LVFR. There is Because one question was, can we get the fly-by-wire in here? Bring that mod and implement it into the cockpit? The answer is no, and that's because of the licensing requirements from the open source license. But if you are on PC, someone has now created a mod to bring in the fly-by-wire into this. So this, what you see here, is still the default. I will then later do a separate video on that mod, which will greatly enhance things for PC users. Again, it's not available for Xbox here. But the thing here is, the 4 variants, they have 4 different profiles. So like they have different power capacity, like for fuel. So it does make a difference, and it gives them other options of what to fly if you want to fly an airliner. The other thing is price-wise, that seems to be a fair price. You know, maybe in US dollars, it could go down to 20. What LVFR want to do, and they said it in their Q&A the other day, July 8th on their Facebook, that they want to continually improve this, because the next aircraft that's they're working on is the 319ceo. So that's the next one, and then they want to finish off the whole A320 family. I'm not afraid. Like, LVFR's been around for a while, and they're not about to just run off on this. This is like a new endeavor for them to get into airliners, and really, to be frank, if you're complaining that the cockpit is from the default, the Phoenix A320, what they did for development was they bought the coding for the flight model. They didn't create the flight model themselves. They bought that, and then they built everything else around it. But there's other companies where they will use other people's stuff, but without permission, and then sell it as their own. That's when you've crossed the line, and that's not fair play. And I've seen some of those aircrafts in the past, and I've seen them also show up in the marketplace, and some people still buy them, but you know. So you can tell the cabin. So you can tell the cabin's different here. There's no in-flight entertainment. Just the house livery. Let's take a look at night lighting. I was thinking more of like the ambient lighting, but might be able to see if we can get that. As I said earlier, these guys at LVFR, they want to continually improve this. Got your Airbus A321neo logo, and they actually got your toilet, which you don't get in the PMDG 737. The laboratory is just a hole. It's completely just cut out of the aircraft, but it's not like you're going to go there all the time. All right, so we're back in the cockpit. I actually don't know if my quadrant's set for this. The main thing with this is because of the A320 default cockpit, it's very simplistic systems, but there's a lot of things in here that are in-op. Like the Aegis, that's all in-op. because that's what it's like in a default. So you don't even have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about hydraulics, all that kind of stuff. It's when you then get into the fly-by-wire or even the Phoenix A320. That's when those are more complex. You got a freeware and you also have a payware. But this is payware, but it's again built for the casual simmer and for Xbox. That's their main target, and that's where the void is. I'm gonna just try it. We're gonna just do a simple takeoff. Again, this is in the LEAP engine. So we're going over Miami. So the frame rate might drop because of Miami, but also could also be the plane. Again, they are working on this to continually improve it to make it more efficient on the frame rate and also for CTDs. Let's just go in the back in the cabin, see what the sounds are like from there. So I mentioned that for PC users, there is a compatibility mod for the LVFR A321neo to make it compatible with fly-by-wire. And that's on flightsim.to. What I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below. This does not solve the problem for the Xbox users because you just can't add mods, external mods. But this guy, I think this guy that's doing this, he's pretty much learning coding and stuff. So there are some known issues, and he's actually looking for help to improve this even more. But what this does is, again, it brings that cockpit rather than the default A320. It becomes a fly-by-wire, and so the features are. You got the EFB, you got SimBrief import, you got fly-by-wire cockpit textures, fixes the purple cockpit glass and CTDs, correct aircraft type in the McDo, and fly-by-wire EXP support. Not sure what the EXP is, but known issues is the engine parameters are incorrect and not accurate. Fuel flow isn't correct. EFB ground services don't work. EFB load accurate fuel for A321neo and dispatch overview page isn't fully accurate. So then what this does is it will then make those aiders so that they're no longer in-op, but that you can actually align that before your flight. So, I haven't taken a look at this yet. I'll do a separate video on this. Current rating 4.83. I think this guy, he released it just a couple of days ago, or actually last week, pretty much the day that the A321 released from LVFR. And then its last update was July 10th. But this guy is currently working on getting updated for LVFR's update that came out on Thursday. And you're gonna see updates from LVFR, at least for now, probably on a weekly basis, because that's when the marketplace gets updated. So my final thoughts on this, I think it's a great idea. It's me coming from a business background, business accounting, consulting background. This is a great thing for LVFR because they're not going in to compete against the Phoenix A320 or the fly-by-wire or the PMDG. There's a gap there, and they're able to slide right in. Again, being geared for Xbox users, it's more so of the simplified systems. So you can fly this without even the hydraulics or even the aiders aligned. None of that. It's like you can use the McDo and add some stuff, but the McDo is not going to be as complex as fly-by-wire or the Phoenix. And the other thing is compared to the default, this is a longer aircraft, so you're more prone to tail strike because it's longer. So you've got to fly this differently. And with the 4 different variants, with the engine types, the LEAP and the Pratt Whitney, it then creates something that you can switch around, fly different planes, and the liveries that come with it are well done, and it then adds to the cabin, your experience. Like I said earlier on, some people are like, oh yeah, that's a waste of 25 US, blah blah, it's a glorified A320. No, it's, again, LVFR, they have developers that worked on this, built all the outside and the cabin. It's the cockpit that was taken from the default. When things go wrong is when developers, they then take pieces from different places without permission and then call it their own. Because there's been some where the audio was taken from someone else and then added without permission, and started the firestorm stuff. That's not what LVFR is trying to do here. It's pretty much filling the void for Xbox users. If you're a PC user, hey, now with this mod, it makes it even more enjoyable because I'm trying to learn more of the flying, the more of the technical side than just casually flying it. But if you're a casual flyer, great. This is perfect for you. It gives you something different than what you have on the Xbox. And on the PC side, with the fly-by-wire compatibility mod, if this continues to improve with the actual plane, then this is perfect. Sometimes you'll buy a scenery for 25 bucks US, and you might not fly there all the time. While this, you can fly it all the time, or you can fly it frequently, but you can go to different destinations with it. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? Would you buy this? And also let me know, like, what type of flight simmer are you? Are you more of a casual flight simmer, or are you more of like trying to learn the intricacies of the airliner, or are you like an A320 or 737? Like, are you an actual airline, commercial airline pilot? Let me know in the comment section below. It'd be interesting to know. That way I can see what people are looking for, and I can fill that void, just like LVFR is filling that void for the Xbox users. I will do a separate video on this compatibility mod, and you better check that out. I'll put a link in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.